Good morning, traders. So how are we trading the DAX today? So if we just look at this from a Bill Williams perspective on the daily, this pin bar here was wise man number one. So that was our first entry long on a daily close above here, which would have been on this bar here. Okay, so we should have one long-term entry in for a long, and now what we're looking for is a daily close above this level, would be my wise man number two, which is these three bars. And then obviously my wise man number three is going to be a break of this fractional right at the top here. Okay, now just a quick word of warning here. If you look at this level that we are tagging at the moment, okay, so this 12,130, you can see it has been used as support and resistance in the past quite extensively. Okay, so I would expect us to pretty much bounce off this a little bit and then possibly breaking through to the upside. Now, what you need to pay attention to, and I've already drawn it in, is this flat top triangle. Okay, so let's just tidy that up. So there is that's the top of the triangle, and if you look at the bottom, you can see how price is moving to the upside. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see us sort of bounce off this level to the downside, find some support on this trend line, and that to me would be another entry for a long. Okay, with anticipation of breaking through this triangle. If we look at the futures market right now, we are ever so slightly down, so it's 12,098. That's 20 points below. Okay, so we are pretty much sitting somewhere over here, I think. Yeah, so we are sitting very much on, we're just underneath this trend line, but you have to wait and see what happens when the market opens. Okay, so what could happen is we could also just range today, being a Monday, very distinct possibility. In other words, move to the downside, find some support either there or there. Okay, and you see here there's a breakout retest that happened. So 12,040, even as far as 1,200. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. If we do get a break above this 12,130, to me that is will be validation of the long trade. Okay, so for now, it's really a case of, let's draw this line back in, watching what happens with this trend line to see if we continue using it as support. If we do, then there's a very distinct possibility we can get a long in here, and your target is pretty much going to be around 12,250. And if I just get to here to see, that would be the top of this consolidation pattern here. So yeah, so obviously we need to break through 12,129, and if you look at the 4-hour, the trend is up, so what we're looking for is a trade to the long side. Okay, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So to me, the trade will be off for 12 minutes pretty much, and we're looking to see what price does on this trend line. So long as that holds, there will be an entry to the long side, and then we're waiting with bated breath for this 12,130 to break. If 12,130 breaks and we get an hour close above that, you've got confirmation that we've got a swing trade set up, because that would break back through this major level. And the major level I'm talking about is, you can see this area here. Okay, and then what I'd be looking for is to see what happens with the alligator on the daily, and then ultimately looking to see what happens with this pin bar level here. Sorry, one more thing before would be the 200 moving average. Okay, that would be kind of the swing trade setup that I would have, that I'm looking at right now. Nothing else that I can see on the daily, and I don't think there's anything else that I see on the 4-hour. So apart from the fact that the oscillators are overbought. Okay, so yeah, if we do break through, let's just get rid of all this noise. So, okay, so let's argue that we do break through. Okay, so there's our channel. So if we do break below this trend line here, then obviously this is going to be turning out to be a bit of a flag, and then we're looking to come and visit these lows again. Okay, so for now, if we break to the upside, pretty much break through this 12,130 area, give me some confidence for a move to the upside. And alternatively, if we do break below this area of 12,070, then I'd expect us to move back the downside to come and test the previous lows. And that's going to be around, well, obviously around 1200, but also around 12,885. Okay, 11,885, not 12, sorry. Okay, so those are the two scenarios that I've got at the moment. And I think for me, it's a case, there is a flat top triangle in play. So that's the one that I'm watching. If that fails, then it'll be a long entry off 12,070. If that fails, then it's short. Okay, so that's kind of my take for today, and hope it helped. But don't be too surprised if you see us range for most of the morning until the US opens, as a typical Monday would be. Anyway, guys, that's my take on the DAX today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch up with you later. Enjoy the day.